Hello, welcome back to Mountaineer News 2, and it's the Christmas season. It's the Christmas season, everybody, and we have no idea about anything this NFL season. Like, legitimately nothing. That's why I'm all bundled up. Because, guess what? We are going to need to be bundled up for the final few weeks of the NFL season. 4 weeks to go in the NFL regular season. There's some teams that are still fighting for a playoff spot, teams that are pretty much safe but they have not clinched, and teams who are just counting down the days till their NFL season is over. So let us begin. Also, small note, let us pause to honor the teams that have gotten eliminated from the playoffs. And I believe those teams were the Titans, the Raiders, then I believe I don't know. But yeah, a couple teams got eliminated. So let's begin. Alright, we first got Cowboys and Lions. The Cowboys got two unexpected wins over the two teams that were in the Super Bowl last year. Although both teams are probably not even that good anymore. And then you have the Lions, who are still struggling offensively. And now the Lions are at a risk of missing the playoffs. And yeah, I get it. The Lions are dealing with a lot of injuries, particularly on the offensive side of the ball. But, I mean, you're playing the Cowboys. I mean, Dallas, you did get two good wins, but yeah, your season is still over. You're not in a great spot to make the playoffs. I'm sorry. Detroit's going to win pretty convincingly. I think it'll definitely be close because of the injuries, but I think Detroit will pull through, so give me the Lions. Then we got our Tank Bowl for the week. We got the Titans and Browns. What else do I need to say? Both the Titans and Browns are terrible. We all know that. And let's be honest, Cleveland is probably going to win off of default because, look, the Browns suck, yes, but they are nowhere near as bad as the Titans. I mean, there is a reason why the Titans are the worst team in the NFL by a country mile, although I think it's tied between them and the Raiders for the worst, but I think the Titans do slightly edge them out. But if the Titans get a win here, then it's the Raiders who are the worst. So yeah, give me the Cleveland Browns. Seahawks and Falcons. This game definitely sounds like a clinching game for the Seahawks. So, yeah, give me the Seahawks. Atlanta is dead. Like, I have a question. Why does Raheem Morris still have a job in the NFL? Like, why does he still have a job in the NFL? He's been terrible. I don't know. Colts and Jaguars. The Colts have lost 2 games in a row. 2 games that are pretty much must-wins, but honestly, it's kind of shocking to see how they lost those 2 games. I mean, this is not the same Colts team that was killing it earlier this season. This is not that great. And now you're going to Jacksonville. And it's a total jinx. The Colts never win in Jacksonville. In fact, the last time the Colts beat the Jaguars in Jacksonville was 2014. We'll let that streak continue. The Jaguars are now first place in the AFC South, and I think they're going to hold on to that division. And looking at the Jaguars' schedule, I think they could hold on to win the division. So give me the Jaguars to win. Then we got Tank Bowl number 2, everybody. Tank Bowl number 2. Commanders and Vikings. Two teams that have incredibly disappointed us this season. The Commanders, honestly, I think the Commanders are probably going to be so glad once this nightmare of a season is over. I mean, yikes. And the Vikings are wondering if J.J. McCarthy even is still the guy at this point. But, yeah, this is going to be a close one, but the Commanders win by default. Bengals, Bills. I mean, Cincinnati, you surprised me with your performance against the Ravens. You looked like a complete team this year. But, unfortunately, I think at this point it's too little too late. All you're doing is just going to add up and pad up the stats into, like, what it could have been. Because I'm sorry, Cincinnati, you ain't making the playoffs this year. It's over. The Bills looked pretty solid against the Steelers. And when I mean solid, I mean they looked really good. It's probably due to the fact that the Pittsburgh Steelers are terrible, but I digress. I think this game is going to be close. This game is going to be close, but the Bills will win. Saints, Buccaneers, Bucks, no-brainer. It's a no-brainer to pick the Buccaneers. You know, I am getting pretty tired of this NFL season. In fact, it's starting to become harder to pick more jokes. I think I'm starting to become the joke with my picks. I went 9-7 last week. That's the joke. Steelers, Ravens. All right. Okay, so Pittsburgh is terrible. Like, legitimately terrible. There was no energy, no fight, nothing. Pittsburgh is pitiful. At 6-6, the Pittsburgh Steelers might actually have their first losing season since 2003. I mean, Mike Tomlin is clearly old and washed. Aaron Rodgers looks completely dead out there. And the defense, the unit that's supposed to be good, they are dreadful. In fact, the Buffalo Bills ran the same play 26 times, and they couldn't figure out how to stop it. Yeah, Mike Tomlin's days are numbered. I mean, they're not going to fire him. They'll probably maybe get him to retire, but mediocrity continues. But here's the weird part. We could still realistically win the division. We're playing the Ravens this week. The Ravens are also 6-6, coming off of a pitiful loss to Cincinnati. And because the Bengals are too little too late, I think this is going to be a neck-and-neck battle between Pittsburgh and Baltimore for the division. It really is. This is going to be a neck-and-neck battle, folks. And unfortunately, because my hat says so, and because I cheer for them, I'm picking the Steelers, although I will likely very much regret it. Dolphins versus Jets. I mean, the Dolphins, technically beat the Saints. And the Jets, technically beat the Falcons. Okay, both teams suck. Let's get that out of the way. But I need to figure out which team sucks the least. And I don't know why, but but my gut is telling me the Jets. So for the first time this season, I'm picking the Jets. I think I picked the Titans before I picked the Jets. The freaking Titans. Jets win. They'll beat the Dolphins. Or the Lolfins. Broncos and Raiders. Okay. I think I find it ironic and somewhat shocking that the Broncos are the #1 seed in the AFC. Well, technically the Patriots are ahead, but the Patriots are on bye week, but you get what I mean. Like, the Broncos... I think it's very shocking, considering that this team doesn't necessarily play like the #1 seed. They really don't. In fact, they've played pretty terrible. I mean, you nearly lost to the Commanders. That's punishment enough. But you're playing the walking joke in the Raiders, a team that you nearly lost to. I'm going to be honest, this game is going to be extremely ugly. Broncos will win, but it's probably going to be like, what, 3-2? Okay? Eesh. Broncos. Rams, Cardinals. The Rams are going to slaughter the Cardinals because you lost to the Carolina Panthers, and of course everyone is going to make fun of you for it, so you got to get your respect back somehow. And what better opponent to do it than the Cardinals? Give me the Rams. Bears, Packers, I mean, Green Bay is still inconsistent. You got a good win over the Lions, but the Bears are on a hot streak. A real hot streak. The Bears are looking good. And the Bears are the #1 seed in the NFC. So, I mean, I think it's going to be a close game, but I'm taking the Bears. Give me Chicago. Texans, Chiefs. The Texans are back in the playoff picture. The Texans are back in the playoff picture. And they are taking on the Chiefs, who have been ice cold. Especially after their embarrassing loss to the Cowboys. Really, the Chiefs are exactly as I predicted them to be this year. They look old. They're slow. They're inconsistent. Really, Kansas City's doomed. I'm sorry, Chiefs fans, but the window is closed. It was a fun ride, but your season's over. I got the Texans winning, and they're winning off the back of their defense. Give me the Texans. And lastly, you got Eagles and Chargers. Philly, I hate to tell you this, but it looks like this is going to be 2023 all over again. It's collapsing time, and your next team is the Chargers. I mean, the Chargers, I mean, it all depends on if Justin Herbert could play, although indications are telling me at this time that he will play against the Eagles. So, if Justin Herbert plays, yeah, the Chargers are winning. Give me the Chargers to beat the Eagles, and that's my Week 14 picks. I'm making a winter wonderland with this. Well, that's gonna be a wrap for this video. Let me know what you think. I don't know. Anywho, we are closing in on the end of this year, so yeah. I'm Mountaineer News 2. Good night, and Merry Christmas.